Am I overreacting? My fiancé asked me not to wear white at our wedding. I never thought I'd be questioning something as basic as what I'm allowed to wear at my own wedding, yet here we are. I'm engaged to Josh. We've been together 4 years, engaged for 8 months, and until recently I thought our biggest stress would be seating charts and flower colors. I was wrong. The real problem has a name. His mother, Linda. From the moment we got engaged, Linda inserted herself into everything. Not in a helpful mom way, more like a director who thinks this is her second chance at life. She never had a wedding. She reminds everyone of that constantly. I never got my special day, I never wore a real wedding dress, I sacrificed so much. You get the idea. At first, I tried to be understanding. Then it turned creepy. It started when we went dress shopping. I hadn't even tried anything on yet when Linda sighed dramatically and said, "Well, white is traditionally for pure brides." I laughed because I genuinely thought she was joking. She wasn't. Later that night, Josh sat me down and told me his mom was concerned about how it would look if I wore white since I've had past relationships. He said it gently, carefully, like he was delivering bad news he didn't personally agree with, but also wasn't willing to challenge. I told him that was ridiculous. We're adults. We're getting married in 2026, not 1826. He didn't argue back. He just said, she has a point and I don't want to upset her. Like WTF? Did he even hear himself? Things escalated fast after that. Linda suggested I wear ivory, champagne, beige, or even light gray. Meanwhile, she casually mentioned that she would be wearing white symbolically, since she never got her wedding and deserved to finally feel like a bride. I stared at her. Josh said nothing. I asked him, very calmly, why his mother needed to wear white to our wedding. He said, it's important to her. She feels like this is her moment too. Her moment. Not ours. Hers. Then came the final blow. Josh admitted his mom believes I'm not pure enough to wear white and that allowing me to do so would be disrespectful to her values. He said he didn't personally believe that, but he still wanted me to compromise for peace. Peace apparently means I don't wear white. His mother does. And I smile while being quietly humiliated in front of friends and family. I asked him one simple question. Whose wedding is this? He got mad, walked out shouting that it is his wedding too, and he also had a say in decision-making. Now I'm being called dramatic. Linda says I'm selfish. Josh says I'm making this harder than it needs to be. But all I can think is, if he can't stand up to his mother over my wedding dress, what happens when it's bigger things? Kids? Boundaries? Our entire marriage? I always dreamed of walking down the aisle in white, not because of purity myths, but because I'm the bride. And now I'm wondering if I'm marrying a man or marrying into a family where I'll always come second to his mother. So tell me, am I overreacting? Or is this the reddest flag imaginable, wrapped in a white dress his mother wants to wear? After a while of thinking, I tried one final time to handle things like an adult. I asked Josh to meet me somewhere neutral, no his mom, no wedding talk spiraling out of control. Just us. I told him plainly. I will be wearing white at my wedding. Your mother will not. And I need to know right now if you are capable of standing beside me instead of behind her. He went quiet. Too quiet. Then he said the sentence that changed everything. I just think you should apologize to her. She feels judged. Judged? This woman called me impure, tried to take my place at my own wedding, and somehow she was the victim. That's when I realized this wasn't about a dress. It never was. So I asked him one last question. If your mother demanded I not attend the wedding at all, would you still marry me? He didn't answer. Instead, he said, you're putting me in an impossible position. No, Josh. You already chose. A few days later, Linda called me herself. She informed me she had already bought a white gown. A literal wedding gown. She said it was fate and that Josh agreed it was only fair. I was done with all of this. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I simply said, you can have the dress. You can have the wedding. And you can have Josh. Then I hung up. I returned the venue. I canceled the vendors. And when Josh showed up at my door, panicked and angry that I'd made it a bigger deal than it was, I handed him the ring. I told him something I'll never regret saying out loud. I deserve a partner, not a spectator in my own life. He tried to backtrack. Suddenly he was willing to talk to his mom. Suddenly he could set boundaries. Funny how that only happens when consequences show up. Too late. Here's the satisfying part. 3 weeks later, I heard through mutual friends that Linda is furious the wedding is off. Josh moved back in with her. And apparently she keeps saying, I was only trying to help. As for me, I bought a white dress anyway. Not for a wedding, but for myself. I wore it to a small dinner with friends who supported me, laughed with me, and reminded me who I am. And for the first time since the engagement, I feel proud for standing up for myself. I didn't lose a fiancé. I escaped a future where I would never come first. And one day, when I do walk down the aisle in a gorgeous white dress, it'll be next to someone who doesn't need permission to love me. Final thought. Sometimes the trash doesn't take itself out. Sometimes it tries to wear white and call itself the bride.